Welcome back. You're watching Bazaar Morning Call, and these are the top stocks to watch this Monday morning. Our research team is standing by. Abhishek, first up, it's HDFC Bank and Kotak Mahindra Bank that everyone will be watching. Good morning.
Good morning, Rima. So to begin with, deposit momentum for Kotak Mahindra Bank has been better than industry average, growing at nearly 16% YOY and 2.5% quarter-on-quarter. Management has been highlighting that they intend to bring down the CD ratio, and that is why they are giving up on loan book and selling down the portfolio, which has led to advances growth being just 3% YOY and about 0.9% sequentially. But credit deposit ratio continues to decline now, which is in line with what they have been guiding as well. Kotak Mahindra Bank now 8 to 9 months post the RBI ban on their various digital platforms. Their CEO and CTO has resigned, which raises concerns with respect to top management churn over there. Milind Nagnur has resigned as the CEO and CTO of the bank with effect from 15 Feb 2025. Back to you.
Okay, all right, got that. Abhishek, thanks very much for that. Let's move on to Vivek, who's tracking some news flow on JSW Energy this morning. Vivek, morning, what's up?
Well, good morning. That's right. A slightly concerning development as far as the entire power sector is concerned. Now, what's actually happened is that the Centre for Electricity and Regulatory Commission, that is the CERC, which was supposed to go ahead and approve a tariff for a project. This is a BESS project, a battery energy storage system project. This particular project was won by JSW Energy's renewable energy arm, and this was a project won from the SECI, that is the Solar Energy Corporation of India. The project was a 500 megawatt that was supposed to give close to 1,000 megawatt hour standalone BESS project, and CESC has not approved the tariff for this particular project that the company had won via the auction or the bidding process. This was done in 2023. CERC says that the main reason that they've cited is that the discovered tariffs in subsequent auctions for other projects are actually lower than the tariff that was discovered in this particular project. And along with that, CERC has also cited delays that SECI has done in terms of going ahead and signing both the supply agreements as well as the power purchase agreements for this particular project. JSW Energy says that they will go ahead and appeal this particular verdict from CERC. Expect a red as far as JSW Energy is concerned today.
Thanks for that, Vivek. Let's go back to Abhishek. Abhishek, some more banking updates you want to give us? 21 lenders came out with their update, Nigel, over the weekend. So let's begin with Bajaj Finance. The new loans have grown by 24.5% sequentially, which has aided the AUM growth. Now, AUM growth may look at 7-quarter low, but take no away from the fact that it's grown at 28% YOY and about 6.5% sequentially. The cross-sell rate has also improved on a sequential basis. Now, our IndusInd Bank, their deposit momentum has been slowing down. YOY, the growth of 11% is perhaps one of the weakest in last 16 quarters, and for the first time in last 19 quarters, you are looking at deposits declining for them on a sequential basis, and this has impacted their loan growth as well. Loan growth has come in at 12.3% YOY, one of the weakest that you are seeing in last 12 quarters, and sequential growth is at 2.8% quarter-on-quarter, one of the best in last 3 quarters, but a small number. RBL Bank, the deposit momentum has slowed down to 15% YOY, and it has declined by 1.1% sequentially, the 9-quarter low with respect to deposit momentum for them. Advances growth on account of low deposit flow is at 13.3% YOY and 3.3% sequentially. It's at 5-quarter low. Now, L&T Finance, the rural business has taken a huge knock over there. The rural business finance disbursements are down 16% YOY and about 15% sequentially. This has meant that the retail disbursements are up just 4.5% YOY and about 0.7% sequentially. Remember that they have been focusing on the retail business over the last few quarters, and this number looks to be on the weaker side. Back to you.
Thank you very much for that. On Bajaj Finance, I think there is a Nomura upgrade which has come through post the Q3 update. But it's over now to Mangalam for the latest on Dabur and Marico and what the Q3 trends suggest.
Well, if you look at Dabur and Marico, the trend suggests that there has been softness in their update coming in. For Dabur, they've said that while rural consumption is resilient, general trade is still under pressure. So as a result of which, consolidated revenue expected to grow in low single digits, much below what the analysts were anticipating. Beverages reported a muted performance. That's uncharacteristic of the third quarter, where typically you see good performance coming in out there. Healthcare has been impacted by delayed winter, and the company expects, flattish operating margin growth as well. So see red on Dabur. On the other hand, for Marico, the consolidated business has reported mid-teen revenue growth year on year, but it is higher than expected inflation in copra and vegetable oils that have impacted gross margins. So they expect moderate operating profit growth this time around. Revenue growth is strong for Marico, but margins may compress, going with mild green for Marico and red for Dabur.
Okay, so some green for Marico and some red for Dabur. What about Nykaa, Mangalam? Looking pretty or not?
Bright pink, I would say, if I could, but it's green right now. We had Anchit join us on the channel on Friday as well, spoke about the underlying trends in the beauty segment, and that's something that's reflecting in their business as well. Net revenue growth likely to be higher than mid-20s in a segment which is poised for growth, and beauty vertical itself has accelerated, growing in above mid-20s, and the gross merchandise value out there growing upwards of 30% as well. So that's a positive. Fashion business, it's subdued, but still will grow net revenue over 20%. So see green on Nykaa.
All right, Mangalam, stocks aside, wishing you and Sonal all the very best as you welcome baby Vani. Pink is the color, brother, that you're going to be going with, and that look that that little baby is going to give you is going to be the look that no one ever gave you in your life, and the warmth when she holds your hand as well. Wishing both of you all the best and welcoming baby Vani as well, Mangalam. Best times for you await.
Thank you so much for your wishes, advice, blessings and all of that. I'm sure you guys will keep peppering us with experience and a lot of advice as well. Last 15 days, they've been a joy and we're very excited for the lifetime ahead.
Lots of love, Mangalam. Thanks a lot for running us through all of the stocks. And thanks, guys, for running us through the entire top 10 segment. Well, let's run you through the entire list. Stocks with positive news flow include HDFC Bank, Bajaj Finance, Nykaa, as well as Marico. Stocks with negative news flow, Kotak Mahindra Bank, JSW Energy, IndusInd, RBL Bank, L&T Finance, as well as Dabur.
Now let's get in a handle of what's happening in the commodity and currency space. Manisha Gupta joins in as always. Good morning.
Morning, and thank you so much for that. Well, I'll start with the crude oil prices because we've seen already a gain of 4% since the time 2025 began. So prices for crude is trading at a 2-month highs. Well, 3 or 4 factors which really seem to be supportive. One, you have cold weather in US and Europe, so the demand for crude products is on the higher side. Second, the markets are anticipating China economic stimulus measures to come in more stronger this year. That sentiment is keeping the prices higher. And this is happening even as the dollar index is trading at 109. And that should be putting pressure on prices. But as of now, it isn't. The third thing really is about the decline in U.S. crude inventories for the last 3 weeks now. And that has been supportive. And then it's going to be about geopolitics as well. Markets do believe that Iran could be looking at some more sanctions from U.S. going forward. Russia already has halted gas pipeline exports through Ukraine. So those are the factors supporting crude oil prices right now. But within metal as a sector, we've also seen copper prices gain up back above $4 a pound. So that is a multi-week highs coming in for this one as well. There is buying interest, especially after copper prices fell by 10% in the previous quarter. So a couple of these things have started Asia on a very positive note.
Okay, all right, Manisha, thank you very much for a roundup. With that, we do have to take a very quick break. On the other side, we will connect with Prakash Diwan. He will weigh in on the fundamental ideas and cues that we have today. Back with that in just a bit.